Welcome to Curacao. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, despite this being our third visit to the island. What we want to do today is find a nice beach, and by that I mean a natural beach. Most of the beaches we visited during previous trips were nice, but they were sort of man-made and usually associated with shopping areas or hotels. This is our day 7 of our 14-day cruise, and we're anxious to see if this island can deliver the natural beach experience. So we are renting a car and we'll venture out to Cas Abao beach. The place appears to be pretty close, only about 18 miles or so if you start your trip from the cruise port, or I believe 21 or maybe 22 miles from downtown Willemstad. By the way, roads here are pretty good and you will drive on the right side, which is a big plus for us. So without further ado, let's get going. Let's see the best beach that Curacao has to offer. Wyjeżdżamy z portu Curacao.
Fajnie.
And we are on our way to Cas Abao beach, which is the westernmost part of this beautiful island of Curacao. So Curacao initially was colonized by the Spanish, of course. And they actually had a name for it. I don't recall exactly what it should sound like in Spanish, but it more or less meant useless island. They call all 3 of the ABC islands useless islands. So they kind of claimed it for Spain, but nothing was going on. And then in the early 1800s, when the Dutch were looking for a port that would link New Amsterdam, which is New York, Dutch built New York, for those that don't know, and they wanted a port that will link them to South America, they decided they're going to conquer this island, counting on the fact that Spanish are probably not going to put up too much resistance because, hey, it's useless, right? And they were right. Spanish did not put up a lot of battle. So Dutch took it from them. There you go, all 3. Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire. So they established the port here. Realized very quickly that there was something more to the name useless island. You couldn't really plant crops here because the climate is way too dry. So as a consequence, they turned this into a port, and the main cargo was, of course, slaves from Africa. So a lot of slaves from Africa were brought here and auctioned off to work on plantations in other countries in South America, and of course later on when the New World became the thing, then they were selling them from here and transporting them up north as well. What else? So anyway, so that's how things kind of developed up until beginning of the Second World War. Actually 1930s, where Shell moved in here with their oil refinery. And that's about it. What we see in the distance looks like a volcano, but I'm not sure if it's a volcano. We'll have to look it up. I don't think it is. This is not a volcanic island.
Co by to było?
The only trouble they've had in here is actually in the early 30s, where the descendants of the slaves that obviously were very poor here, there's nothing to do. When Shell moved in, started a refinery, they all found jobs, so they lived reasonably well until about the 60s, when Shell started shutting down the operations, and in 1968 there was a big rebellion here, which actually caused most of the Curacao downtown to be destroyed. So that wasn't really cool. But then they started rebuilding the downtown, made it all beautiful, put it on a UNESCO World Heritage site list, and the tourism took over like wildfire.
Fiory tylko są.
Wzięłaś sunblock?
Tak. O, man. Dobrze my to jedziemy?
No dobrze, tu pisało i GPS też pokazuje.
Tam szkoda.
Wyobrażasz sobie, że ta droga jest na GPS-ie nawet? I kid you not. Się.
No widzę tam już coś.
Coś widzisz?
Coś widzę, blue. Był prześwit przez chwileczkę.
There's a parking area, I think right there.
Arriving at destination on left.
Oh, arriving at destination, słuchaj. I kid you not. So we've arrived, and wow, this place is stunning. As far as getting here, the last 2 miles or so is this rocky road you've seen, but it's not too bad. About halfway down this road, you'll pass an entrance shack where you will pay $6 for admission. I believe the sign said 7 for Sundays and holidays. By the way, the $6 is per car, not per person, and you can have up to 4 people per car. You can also rent beach chairs. They are $3 per person, and that includes free access to showers. By the way, the beach does allow you to bring your own cooler, food, whatever, but it also has a restaurant and a bar, so make sure to check those out. They are really good. Robią z Blue Curacao. See? Bo jesteśmy na Curacao, to musi być...
No ja, to ten alkohol ciemny już z tobą nabił, to trzeba zmieszać. Pociągnęłam to. Man, jakbym szata wypiła.
Dobrze, dobrze, jakby szata wypiła, dobrze. Hej, bargain, trzeba wypić 6 drinków, bo są o połowę tańsze niż na krótszym. Trzeba pić. Co?
Ile?
7-8 $. No, cheap jak barsz. Także tu musimy się uloać, będzie taniej.
Tak, ty musisz wrócić jeszcze.
No, oh yeah, that's why I'm driving. Shit, we have a car. Niam, niam, niam. Pada. Oh boy. Te drinki uderzają do głowy. That's it, ptaszki, już nie ma więcej.
No jeszcze dużo im leży.
Widzę statek jakiś. No. Idę do wody. Idę do wody, bo gorąco. O, patrz, 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 ten przyleciał. Co poluje na te ryby. O! I got him, did you see him? Złapał coś, bo zjadł. Mamuś. Właśnie jamie, coś zjadł. He seems happy.